Like, I'm when I look back at partying, bro, I think of like days like when we used to go to Juarez and we used to go to J-Town and we
Dude,
used to,
people don't know about
they
that.
don't know
They
about
don't,
that.
because that stopped pretty quickly
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
And then so for sure, like the generation after us don't know at all.
At
But
all.
that was the thing to do.
That was,
Let's set the stage for people that don't know. If you were what remotely looked like you could
yeah.
kind of be 18, not
18,
even 21,
18.
you could go. So I remember going at like 16.
Yeah.
And I think I remember needing an ID saying I was 18. So I used my brother's.
Yeah.
But I could have given them an ID of like
anybody,
a house cat.
And they didn't care.
As long as it said you're 21.
They didn't care. As long as it said that you were of some sort of age that's like legal to drink, they would let you.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part is, I tell this story to people because like there are people who absolutely don't know anything about partying, like a tequila derby or like things like that, bro. And I was like, yeah, dude, I remember, here we run up $150 tabs and you know what I mean? And in Mexico, we would drink 4 times the amount that we drink here, and we paid $5 at the door.
And then tips, right?
Yeah,
that was the only I remember is $5 like drink till you drown kind of thing. But if you're at the bar, I mean, you might luck out and get someone to order, but if there's 3 people in front of you and you have like a little cash in hand, they'll jump over them to get you.
Exactly.
So you're right. The minus whatever you tipped, which isn't that much. You could literally tip them $1 or $2.
Yeah,
they'll appreciate that. But yeah, you just get hammered,
bro.
Remember the Flamin' Doc? That was my first ever Flamin' Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and then I just remember, dude, like here, it's like 2 drink limit. So it's like you have your 2 drinks. Over there, you can have 15 drinks in your hands. Remember,
there would be round tables with empty bottles.
Yeah,
that people would just kind of like throw them all there,
and I
just covered with them.
And I just remember because I was so young, dude. Then I started drinking Coronas. I had no idea that Coronas existed. I only knew that Coronitas existed because that's all. Yeah, because that's all they had in Mexico. You know what I mean? Like, because that's all they had in Mexico. Like, that's all I was aware of was what they drank in Mexico. So I didn't even know if they had bigger bottles of Corona because in Mexico you would carry 17 Coronitas to your table, and then like somebody else is carrying 15 of those blue shots that they made with the carnation milk. I don't know what it was that like they just always like.
Do you remember the Incredible Hulks?
Oh yeah, bro.
Those were really good,
dude. Like, and it's crazy. Like thinking about it, it's like, man, I really wish I can go back to J-Town and and spend $5.
I wonder if it'll ever. How much money do you think that city lost when we stopped going over there?
A lot,
right?
Because what I came to the conclusion of, man, is that all those bars were just cover-ups. Like, I came to that conclusion.
That's a good point.
That all those bars that all those bars just cover-ups.
It's a front. Pack it up. That's when we do our business.
Because if you think about it, bro, they were giving away alcohol.
Yeah,
you paid $5 at the door to give away alcohol, but cops wouldn't go in there. They wouldn't go into these bars, so they don't know what they're charging. They don't know anything. They just you paid $5 and they were giving you.
They would wait right outside of them. Though. Yeah, I got arrested there.
Yeah,
did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Me and Stefan got arrested in Juarez. We went to the Juarez jail.
Oh shit!
And it wasn't even a derby night, but it was during that same time frame when everyone was going.
Yeah,
Stefan wanted to get contact lenses, and they're really hard to find.
Oh yeah,
unless they're
because Stefan was all about that contact lens stuff.
He wanted either white or black or something, and they had him there, and they're like $5. He's like, "Let's go," and it was middle of the day, and so we go there. And we tell the guy what he wanted, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna make them for you. Give me like 30 minutes, and then come get them."
Yeah.
And then so we walk out, and then Stefan's bright idea. I was like, "So what do we do?" He's like, well, "Let's go get some beers." And I'm like, "Well, like, should we go to a bar? Should we go to the Derby?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "No, we'll just go to the gas station. You can just walk around and drink here. They don't care." And I didn't know. I was like young, and so I'm like, "All right, they don't really care about much here, so maybe." You can't walk around with alcohol in public. Dude. I didn't know that. I just listened to him. He had been there more times than me. Yeah. So we go to Walgreens. We buy 2 40s in a brown bag, just like in the movies. We literally get 2 steps outside. I think I took a drink of it. And then, policia, policia. They threw us against the wall. And I have no idea what they're saying. And they're like asking for money. You know what I mean? And I'm like, we just spent it all in there and on these 40s. And they take our 40s. They throw us in the back of it's literally one of the smallest trucks I've ever seen. It was like the size of an S10 with a camper on it.
Yeah.
And they throw us back
the back of the camper
with all these other guys that are drunk, which apparently drinking during the day is a huge thing there. Yeah. It's like midday. They throw us in there. There's literally like 15 of us in the back of this truck. None of them spoke English. One guy ends up speaking English and Spanish. And he's the one he's telling, "Hey, if you give me some money, I'll get you out of here." I'm like, "What is up?" Like, we're just kids. And we're like, "Dude, we don't have money, dude. Like, what do you want?" He's like, "Just tell these guys that you have money. We're offering them credit cards, jewelry, everything." They wouldn't take it. They end up throwing a guy back there with us who was kind of drunk.
Yeah.
And then something happened. They open the door. They start talking to him in Spanish. And that dude in the back gets in the cop's face. And he was like, whatever, in Spanish, cussing at him and yelling at him. And then the cops go like, "All right." And they let him go. And then so we're like, what? And the guy translated like, hey, they just found a bunch of cocaine in that guy's car. And the cop said, what are you doing with this cocaine? And the guy told the cops, like, if you don't let me out of here, like, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
And told him something, and the cops let him go. So then we were like, we'll fucking kill you, like, to the cops. It's just not a good idea. Because like, if that's how it works around here, we're part of this huge American family, man. Like, you don't let us go. And they're like, we don't speak English. They had no effect. They ended up taking us to jail. Oh, here's how we get it out. They didn't take my cell phone from me. So while in the back of the S10 truck, I call my brother. And he doesn't answer because when you call from Mexico, it shows up as a weird number.
Yeah.
And I kept calling, and finally he answered. He was at a Oñate basketball game. And I'm like, hey, me and Stefan are arrested in Mexico. He thought we were kidding.
Yeah.
Hangs up. I'm like, no. I call him back, and he answers again. I said, Colin, I swear to God, I'm like, our family's graves. Like, you need to come get me. We're in the back of a truck. We're going to jail. And he goes, what? And he rounds up a girl I was dating at the time, and he gets money from all of our friends.
Uh-huh.
And the girl I was dating at the time's brother lived in Juarez.
Yeah.
So they met up with him. We spent like a half day in there, man, almost like 12 hours. Whatever it ended up being, and they came and got us out, man.
That's wild.
And I never went back ever again after that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. And in there, we had a plan that Steph would take turns sleeping. And Stefan, I was like, you sleep, I'll watch you, like military style.
Yeah.
And then Stefan goes, all right, you go to sleep first, and then I'll wake you up in like 2 hours. So I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I go to bed. I wake up, and he's passed out next to me. We're in the middle of like there's roaches on the floor. It's a room with bars and then just people everywhere. All of them spoke Spanish, singing in Spanish the whole night. And we're like, oh my God. And I wake up and he's sleeping right next to me. I was like, get up, bro. I could have got killed, man. Like, what the fuck? I was so mad. I was like, you're the worst cellmate ever.
You're the worst lookout ever.
And these, I could say Mexican dudes and not be racist because they're literally in Mexico.
Literally Mexicans.
These Mexican dudes fucked with Stefan they kept playing pranks on him. They ended up getting him a Mountain Dew. They go, you want Mountain Dew? And I looked at him like, come on, we're not giving us Mountain Dew in jail. And he goes, oh, like, sure. And he takes a drink and they all go, ah, and they start laughing. And the other guy's like, dude, they got it from like the toilet. Like,
oh, bro.
They did like 3 things to him and they just kept fucking with him. And he's like, God damn it. Sorry, Stefan. He's like, why are you telling this story? But yeah, they just kept messing with him. And when we got out there, they ended up keeping my phone, ran up like a $3,000. So they stole my phone from me.
Yeah.
They ran up like $3,000 in international charges. I had to put a claim with Verizon. It was wild. I just never went back, man.
Bro, okay, so...
Hey, fun random fact of the day. The Cookie Monster from Sesame Street has a real name, and his name is Sid. Not a lot of people know that. They just started calling him the Cookie Monster because that's what he is. Google it. And if it's true, which it is, come back here and subscribe.